My name is Jim Hart. I'm a divorce attorney in Cary, North Carolina. Today I want to talk to you about the number one problem or mistake that people make when they're negotiating their separation agreement. Let's get to the disclaimer. Alright, so before I get to the biggest mistake people make when negotiating their separation agreement, the first thing I want you to do is give us a thumbs up if you like what we're talking about, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I think it's down here. I'm pretty sure it's down here. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about the biggest mistake that people make when negotiating their separation agreement. And this happens typically it happens if there's a power imbalance. So if you have one person that either is the kind of the alpha dog in the relationship and they've been driving the ship for years, and now all of a sudden they want to negotiate the separation agreement the way they want to negotiate the separation agreement, which means they want to get the money they want to get, they want to make the payment that they want to make or not make a payment at all, they want the custody schedule that they want this, that, and the other, and you really basically have no say in that. So that is one type of situation where this is a huge mistake. Another type of situation is where this person, who may already be the alpha dog in the relationship, has hired a lawyer to help them, and that lawyer is now being aggressive with you and demanding that you do certain things. When this happens, I'm not suggesting you need to run out and hire a lawyer. That's not necessarily the case, although it would not be a bad thing to do, to go out and at least consult with an attorney to ask for some help and some guidance about what you should do about this situation. What you need to do in this situation is you need to take a timeout. You need to slow everything down. And that's going to go counterintuitive to everything you want, because what's going to happen when you slow things down is your spouse is going to get pissed and they're going to start to threaten you, especially if they're used to getting their way in the relationship. That's not always an easy thing to do, because maybe you don't want the divorce. Maybe you are a pleaser. Maybe you are someone who does not like conflict. Maybe you want to make them happy even though they've decided to end the marriage. It doesn't matter. You need to take a time out, you need to pause, you need to reflect, and you need to slow the negotiation down. And the reason you need to do that is because the agreement that you're about to sign, that may not, I might add, be a very good agreement for you, the agreement that you're about to sign is going to impact you potentially for many, many years to come. This is an agreement that's going to either bind you to pay a certain amount of money to them for a number of years in the form of alimony, or it's an agreement where you might need alimony from them and you're agreeing to less than you actually need to survive, and so it could put you in the financial poorhouse if you don't negotiate the right agreement. If you give away too many assets, you could be financially wrecking yourself and setting yourself back years and years and years in terms of if you ever wanted to retire or things like that. In the case of custody of your children, if you're making an agreement that is bad for you and bad for the kids and bad for everyone, you could be giving up serious legal rights when it comes to custody. This is an extremely important document that you're preparing to sign. And if you go into signing this document where you're at an unfair advantage with your spouse, like I said, maybe they're the alpha dog in the relationship, they're driving the bus, they want you to sign something now, or they've hired a lawyer who's being overly aggressive with you and threatening legal action and all sorts of other things, you need to slow things down. You need to go talk to a lawyer in all likelihood. Make sure that you're not giving up too much. Make sure you're not being unfair. You don't want to be unfair. Nobody's saying that. By slowing things down, you can reflect, you can pause, you can figure out what you really want out of this, and you can make sure that you negotiate an agreement that's fair to both you and your spouse. The agreement may not be perfect, but you need to give it some time. You need to think about it. You need to make sure that what you're doing is in your best interest, because at the end of the day, when the divorce goes final and your spouse moves out and you're on your own, that's all you've got. They're not going to be there anymore to take care of you. And not that they were taking care of you to begin with, I'm not suggesting that, but they're not going to be there anymore. And you're going to have to move on with your life. And if you negotiate a bad deal now, it's going to affect you for a long time. So that's what I want to share with you. That's the biggest mistake people make in negotiating these agreements, is they move too fast when they're at an unfair bargaining position from their spouse. And that's usually because their spouse has an attorney, or their spouse is just the alpha dog in the relationship and they've always controlled things. If that's your situation, I'm talking to you. Talk to an attorney. Make sure you protected your rights. Have a great day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Give me a big thumbs up if you like what I'm talking about, and leave a comment below if you've got questions. I can't answer legal questions in the comments, but I can leave, I'll leave the contact form below. You can reach out to my law firm and schedule a consultation if you have questions about what I'm talking about here or you need further guidance. My name is Jim Hart. I'm a divorce attorney here in Cary, North Carolina. I can't help you with things outside of North Carolina, but I can help you if you're in North Carolina, so feel free to give us a call, 919-460-5422. That's it for today, folks. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.